Hi there, welcome to the King Tutorial class. In today's class, we're looking at graph. Now, on our graph, we're looking at graph of a linear function, or we call it straight line graph. Now, for graph, what is graph? Graph is a pictorial representation of information showing how one quantity varies with another quantity. Okay, related quantity in that case there. Now, before we solve question on that graph, let's look at the basics. Now, on our graph, we look at what we call Cartesian coordinates. That's not straight line graph. Cartesian coordinates. Now, this Cartesian coordinate is talking about our x and y axis, where my x comes first, my y comes second, and then this is called my what? My coordinates. Now, on this graph, we've listed three basic coordinates or three coordinates from there. Where we have our a towards 3,2. We have our b towards minus 4,3. We have our c to minus 3,3. Where my x came first. Okay, my x came first also. My x came first in this case. And that's about that. Now also, our x-axis is called abscissa. While our y-axis is called what? Ordinate. From there, let's move on to solving this question on that straight line graph. Now, plot the graph of y equals 3 minus 2x. A, find y when x is what? Minus 1.4. And B, solve the equation 3 minus 2x equals what? Minus 4. How do we solve this question? Solution. To plot graph, you need basically two variables. Okay, in which case we are given our y and our x here. Now, in this case, my y is a function of what? Of x. That's why we have my y to be what? 3 minus what? 2x. Or I can also represent my y as what? F of x. Function of x. In that case there. Now, how do we solve this question and then plot our graph? Very simple. I need arbitrary values of what? Of my x. In which case, I have to what? Draw this table. Starting from a negative number down to a positive number if you are not giving 1. So I'm starting from minus 3 down to 3. Or down to 2. Like that. Now, when x is minus 3, what will be my y? Put it inside this equation. When x is minus 3, my y will be what? That will be 3 minus 6. That's 3 plus 6. That's 9. Okay? So this will become what? 3 minus 4. That's 3 plus 4. That's 7. Okay, this is what? 3 minus 2. That's 4. 5. So it's as though we're subtracting 2 from this. So I'm going to have this as 3. I'm going to have this as 1. I'm going to have this as 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2 is what? Minus 1. And so on. These are going to have. Then with these values, you will now what? Plot it on your graph. Now, considering the values of x, I have it from minus 3 to 2. Considering the values of y, I have more of what? Positive than negative in this case. So that will show me how I'm going to plot my graph. So in this case, this is my negative y, this is my positive y, my negative x, positive x. In which case, I can now plot my x-axis I can plot my x-axis as this. Starting from 2. That will be the unit I'm going to use here. Okay, because I have 9 here and my space is actually small. So, this is my origin. That's 0, 0. Then we have this as what? Minus 2. Or this as what? 2. 4, 6, 8, 10. Or this as what? I can use this as minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. I can use this as what? 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be all. Now from there, I will now plot my graph. So minus 3 to 9. Brings up to where we have 9. Okay, that's the point here. Minus 2 to 7. Minus 2 to 7. That's this point here. Okay, around there. Minus 1 to 5. Minus 1 down to 5. Around this point here. 0 to 3, 0 to 3, 1 to 1, 1 to 1, and then we have 2 to minus 1, 2 to minus 1 around this point here. Now, if you plot it well, you should have a straight line graph in this case then. Now, this now implies that this straight line graph represents y equals 3 minus 2x from this question, this function. Now, that's for this. That's the plot of this graph. Now, if question says find y when x is minus 4, very simple. All you have to do in this case is look for minus 4 in your graph, then trace it down to the to the straight line. My x equals minus 1.4. Minus 1.4 is around this point. Trace it up, in this case, to your graph. So in that case, for my own graph here, which is not actually perfect, I have this as 6.63. So it means when x is minus 1.4, my y is 6.3. That's that. Now for big question, they say solve the equation 3 minus 2x equals minus 4. Now, how do we solve this question? Since this represents my function y, it means y equals minus 4. Okay? So, since this represents my function y, it means y equals minus 4. And in that case then, I have to look for where my y is minus 4, then trace to the graph. Okay? So it means I can just extend this and put minus 4 here. Since I'm using 2's as my unit. So minus 4, this is when my x is my y is minus 4, I mean. Trace to the graph. This is the point here. It's not up to 4. So that will be 3 point something. So say 3.3. So when y equals minus 4, on my own graph here, I have my x to be equals positive 3.3. And that has to solve this question.